Not too long ago, using words like beautiful or striking to describe a Kia would be considered oxymoronic. Kia were known as creators of Econo boxes with the sole objective of getting non-car lovers from point A to point B. Until one day, the head honchos of Kia realized that a drastic transformation was crucial to keep the brand afloat. They knew this task was not going to be anything short of a miracle, so they hired a miracle worker, Peter Schreier, as their chief car designer. This is the same guy that brought you the majestic Audi TT, 1997 A6, VW Golf, and Concept 1 Beetle, to name a few. He is now a president for the Kia and Hyundai brand. Here, we have the first Kia Sportage, penned by Peter Schreier.
Now there was a time when you loved me so I couldn't go wrong. Now you need to know. See, I've been a bad man, and I'm in deep. Yeah, I found a brand new oldest man. Can't wait till you see. I can't wait. So how you like me now? How you like me now? How you like me now?
A lot of people fail to realize that the Sportage was a pioneer in the crossover segment. It was even around before your beloved RAV4 and CRV. The thing is, it never really left an imprint before Mr. Schreier joined the game. At a glance, a lot of you would agree that the difference between this model and the previous one is night and day. Looks may be subjective, but I'm sure few would disagree with me that the Kia is a looker. Now, the question is, how well does it drive? Is it just another pretty face?
Now let's get some boost going. Boom!
How you like me now? 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 Remember the time when I eat you up? Yeah, I was alive that you can't give up. I was the cheat.
I love how there's power and demand in any reverence. Look at this.
If I sing a sad song,
But despite Kia's aggressive efforts to transform the brand, there are still folks out there who remain skeptical as soon as they see the Kia badge. Inside, you get a simple yet appealing dash. And I know there are hard plastics here and there, but at least all touch points are pretty soft. So at the back, it's pretty cozy here. And as you can see, there's heaps of room. Though it doesn't always appear to be that way because of this high belt line, which gives it a bit more of a cluttered look. However, there are niceties like these air vents, which is a nice touch.
So how's the ride back there?
Not too shabby, man. Not too shabby. It seems Peter Schreier prioritized form over function. Case in point, the Seepaling. Though the absence of a quarter glass is what gives the Sportage its signature look, it'll also make you feel like Stevie Wonder when backing up. So when it comes to driving impressions, overall, this feels like a car to drive. But there are three things that I don't particularly like about this. And this is me being nitpicky. First, there's the steering. It's really light. Now, it's great when you're maneuvering, but a different story when you're out in the open road. Though the steering wheel is progressive, meaning it gets firmer as you get faster, it could still use a bit more feedback. Another minor qualm is on-center feel of the steering wheel is kind of vague. You can never really tell if the wheels are pointing straight because it just feels kind of numb. But the fact that the vehicle doesn't have any body roll, it kind of compensates that and makes tackling these curves less of a chore. What is a chore is getting around traffic because These A-pillars, they're humongous. It's like Laila de Lima sitting on your dashboard. Not a pretty sight, no. Not at all. One other downside, the brakes. Feels like the brake pads are made out of jello. You know, I once stepped on a snail in grade school that felt more solid than the brake pedals of this car. But you can still tackle these curves pretty well because there's no body roll, and you can adjust your throttle inputs to still take those curves smoothly and efficiently. But the best part is really how much power you have on tap. Case in point, I'm about to approach the steep incline here, and let's see how it does. Wow, you can even accelerate. Piece of cake. So overall, the Sportage is a great package. You get a comfortable ride with enough ride height to smoothly go over road imperfections, with an engine and transmission to make this vehicle quite the sleeper. In essence, Kia has definitely gone a long way. The sad part is, despite the fact this Korean manufacturer continues to dish out masterpieces such as the all-new Sportage, Sorento, Stinger, and recently unveiled Forte, Kia isn't necessarily out of the woods of bias just yet, as there are still folks who refuse to pay top dollar for a quality Korean-made car. This is why the K900 will cease production. It's sad because personally, I wouldn't mind having one. So has Kia reinvented itself for the better? Definitely yes. But if you don't believe in change, our hearts go out to you. Because after the dust settles, we all know Kia makes great cars.